Okay, we're on number 34 of the semester exam review. It says simplify. So we have some stuff here. We need to do some distribution here, and then we'll combine like terms. So the 1/4 distributes in here and here. So 1/4 times 8, you could put that in the calculator, or you could recognize that that's the same thing as 8 divided by 4, right? 8 times 1 is 8, and then divided by 4. What is that going to be? 2. So 1/4 times 8x gives me 2x. Then 1/4 times minus 20, or negative 20. That's the same thing as 20 divided by 4, right? So that's going to be negative 5. Okay? I don't distribute the 1/4 over here because that 7x is not in the parentheses. So I have 2x minus 5 plus 7x. The 2x and 7x are like terms, so I can add them together. I get 9x minus 5. That's the answer to number 34. Number 35, we have two different distributions. We have this 4 distributing here and here, the 5 distributing here and here. So those are the first things we need to do. Okay, so the 4 distributes here and gives me 4 times 3x is 12x. 4 times 1 is just 4. So after distributing, I get 12x plus 4. Now on the next part, which I always like to just kind of ignore what I just did so I don't get confused. The next part, 5 times x is 5x. 5 times a minus 4, or negative 4, is negative 20. Now that I've done that, I take a look here. Oh, I have to put something here. Well, the 5x is positive, so I'll put a plus there. So I end up with 12x plus 4 plus 5x minus 20. These guys are like terms. 12 and 5 give me 17. So I have 17x. 4 minus 20. Well, we know 20 minus 4 would be 16, but since the 20 is negative, it's actually negative 16. So 17x minus 16 is our final result there. Number 36, again, we have two different distribution steps. The 3x distributes here and here. The negative 5x goes here and here. So let's do the 3x first. 3x times x gives me 3x squared. 3x times 4 gives me 12x. That's the first part. The second part, negative 5x times x gives me negative 5x squared. Negative 5x times a negative 3, those combine to give me positive 15x. Okay? Now that I've done each distribution step, I take a look at like terms. I have 3x squared, and I have minus 5x squared, right? 5 minus 3 is 2, but since the 5 was the negative 1, it's actually negative 2x squared. And then 12 plus 15 will be 27, and it has an x attached. So negative 2x squared plus 27x. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next section, multiplying. Okay, we have 4x plus 7, but it's all raised to the power of 2. All right, that means basically you have two 4x plus 7s, right? So I'm going to write this out twice. 4x plus 7 times another 4x plus 7. Okay? So there's several ways to do this. The way we emphasized in class was you multiply. There's actually a few ways we taught. You could do 4x times this other 4x, you get 16x squared, okay? And then 4x times the 7. It's kind of like distribution, but you're distributing the 4x into both of these, and you're distributing the 7 into both of these. So the way we taught it was to write the second one twice, and you split the first one. So I'm going to do 4x, and I'm going to put the 7 way over here. I split the first one. I write the second one twice. Now, it's not, this one happens to be the exact same thing. I'm doing 4x plus 7 everywhere. It's not always the case, but just remember, whatever you're doing, you write the second one twice, you split the first one. Okay, so now it shows the distribution steps really more straightforward. Turns it into the types of problems we just did. I distribute the 4x here and here, then I distribute the 7 here and here. 4x times 4x is 16x squared, just like I said earlier. 4x times 7 will be 28x. Okay, that's the first part. Now 7 times 4x is 28x. 7 times 7, 49. Since that 28 is positive, I can put a plus here. So here's what I do. I combine these middle terms. You combine your 28 and your 28 twice. Gives you 56. So you end up with 16x squared plus 56x plus 49. Okay? That's the answer to number 37. Number 38 is not the same thing twice. It looks similar, but you have a positive binomial and a negative in your binomial. Okay? So all the steps are the exact same. We're gonna split the first one. Okay, so I'm gonna write the 5x here, go way over here and write my 3. I split it into 2 big pieces. Then I write the second one twice. 5x minus 3. And then over here another 5x minus 3. That's showing that we're distributing the 5x into both of those and the 3 into both of those. So 5x times 5x is 25x squared. 5x times negative 3 is minus 15x. 3 times 5x is 15x. Since it's positive, I'll put the plus there since we have stuff before it. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Okay? Notice these middle terms. They're the same term, but one's a negative, one's a positive. They cancel out to 0. They go away. I'm left with 25x squared minus 9 as my answer for number 38. Okay? How about 39? We have x plus 3 and then x squared plus 4x plus 5. Even though we have a binomial and this time a trinomial, we have 3 different parts, I'm still going to do the same steps I just did. I'm going to split the first one. I'm going to put the x way over here, the 3 way over here. I'm going to write the second one twice. X squared plus 4x plus 5. I didn't have enough room. I'm going to have to write it a little bit off the paper, but there's another paper below it, so it's okay. All right, so now I distribute here. There, and there. X times x squared, x cubed. X times 4x gives me 4x squared. X times 5 gives me 5x. 3 times x squared gives me 3x squared. 3 times 4x gives me 12x. 3 times 5 gives me 15. Now I'll take a look at like terms. I have x cubed. I don't have any other x cubed. So he's going to be in the answer by himself. He's going to be in the front because he's the biggest degree, right? I have 4x squared. I also have 3x squared. So 4 plus 3 is 7x squared. I have 5x. I also have 12x. That gives me 17x. Okay? And then I have 15 over here on the end. None of these are like terms. This is as simplified as I can make it. So my final answer to number 39, x to the third power, or x cubed, plus 7x squared plus 17x plus 15. All right, we'll do some more in the next video.